Snakeskin hanging from a willow tree. All the birds flying out to sea. The sky's the furthest thing from blue, and all that means is whatever it means to you. A horseshoe hanging on your front door. You break a mirror and you're 7 years poor. If you cross your eyes and you dot your T's, all that means is whatever it means to me. Well, you crack that pack of cigarettes, turn the first one around, and if you see Abraham Lincoln, you pick him up off the ground. You got a rabbit foot in your pocket and a cross on your rear view, and all that means is whatever it means to you. If the sun shines on a rainy day, you hold your breath when you pass a grave. Oh, and if knock on wood is all you can do, all that means is whatever it means to you. Well, you pack that pack of cigarettes, turn the first one around, and if you see Abraham Lincoln, you pick him up off the ground. You got a rabbit foot in your pocket and a cross on your rear view, and all that means is whatever it means to you. Stories told in all these songs don't sound the same to everyone. Some you hear, some you see, and all that means is whatever it means to me. Not all are real, but all are true. All that mean is whatever they mean to you. Well, you pack that pack of cigarettes, turn the first one around, and if you see Abraham Lincoln, you pick him up off the ground. You got a rabbit foot in your pocket and a cross on your rear view, and all that means is whatever it means to you. Well, whatever it means to you. The snakeskin hanging from a willow tree, and all the birds flying out to sea.
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me okay? 5x5? Sorry, still got some throat stuff. Figured I'd just hang out with y'all a little bit. I was going to work on the mower. There, I got the chickens. I'll show you a camera. I'll change the camera for the chickens. I know y'all only come for the chickens. Effing chickens. Let's see that one. There they are. Let's see, I turned a little bit more this way. Cool. Hey, what's up, Carl? It's nice and sunny here today. I'm going to rig me up a little hitch on my mower. Mm, made me a steel one. That way I'll be able to move the chicken tractor. Maybe I can move it later when she gets back. What's up? Oh, and just say what's up, Carl, Kim, D Dog, Pure Blood, Garrett, Eric. Eric. In here because I'm just winging this shit. Let me do this invite. I can't post it. I mean I can't paste it, but I can put it up. Hey, Tiger. Yeah, I'm gonna take a pair of square tubing like this, and I'm gonna mount it in the back of my mower. There, show you like this. I gotta cut it to fit, but right down here is a rectangle. And I'm gonna cut it off about like here and make a little chain hanging. And that gives me a pivot point. I did it with a wooden dowel rod, a closet dowel rod, but by the time I got it moved to right where it is, I had broke that wooden dowel rod. So I figure a steel square tube ought to do it. And the only thing I could get my hands on was some 1.25 inches, even though it's 1.5 inches. Let's see what we got. It's not over there. We had a crystal clear blue sky yesterday, and today they marked it all up in the wind, and it's cold. Yeah, just see some little bit of clouds up there. But it's pretty good. I'm glad, man. It's starting to dry this stuff up. I was going to try to work on the coop, but I really can't do a lot of running around because I go driving and moving around too much. I'll just cut ruts pretty quick. It's drying up, but it ain't dry. So ooh, let's see. Carlos was up and away in my beautiful balloon. There you go. I gotta tell you, I mean, I don't know what they are, but I wondered. I mean, it's if there's some devices on there, it could be doing analog shit. I don't know. I the most I don't know. To be honest, I guess really to me, what it's doing, I don't really give a shit because I mean, we literally have people in an administration that have literally handed over documents and said, sure, feel free to look through them as much as you want. You know, hell, if you just donate some money here, we'll even build up a whole wing just so you can sit and look at all these documents. I mean, that was the actual files. So to be concerned about what they might pick up from the air, man, it is what it is. By the way, I don't know how many people actually even know this, but do you know that there's a game called War Thunder? And there's actually been several incidences where classified military documents have actually been released in that game because since that game mimics real life hardware, and the latest thing that just came out was I think it was the Sabot shells for the T-96s or something, and the actual because somebody got in an argument in that game, and apparently it was somebody that had clearance, and next thing you know, they actually used classified documents as proof. And it was like, those are actually top secret military documents. And so, yeah, no, it was something else. But yeah, I don't know, man. These people are so embedded, and we're seeing just how deep they've been embedded. So then it's like, I don't know, man. My prayers go out for a moral compass to come back. Just basic common sense. Yeah, because I don't know, man. Me no sabe nada. Let's see what we got. I can barely see the damn check because of the glare. Says I heard price of chickens are going up by $5 come spring. I could see it. One thing really looks good. Rescue, you did a good job. Oh, cool, Kim. Well, I'm not finished, and it'll look a little different when I'm finished. Not much, but I'm gonna add some stabilizers, and then I'm gonna clean the wire mesh up around, and I'm gonna try to lighten some of the load by redoing the hog panel arch, and I think I can do it. I think I was just one, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just winging it as I built it. But now it says I watch it kind of operate, and as I'm using it, I'm kind of seeing, okay, I really need to do probably this way would be better. And so I'm starting to adjust. Satellites can do almost anything a balloon. Well, see, Carl, but here's the thing. At first I was like, yeah, I mean, we got the satellites. My God, you can read a newspaper from space. But then I got to thinking, well, wait a minute, though. If it's that's just it. We run on a digital platform to the point to where then if you wanted to come in and just kind of see how things are detecting, you could do that in an analog fashion. And then you could actually, because most of all the hardware has been to communicate digitally, you're kind of flying back under the radar. It's kind of like what we do when we talk about, we can always go ham radio. If it shit hits the fan, we can go ham radio. We can, well, I'm sorry. What if they thought the same thing and went, well, everything's all digital. We just go on in under on an analog, and we can at least detect it. What type of signals are being sent to detect and track, and I mean, I don't know. Yeah, oh, it's kind of definitely the country's coming for a wake up call. You just I was asked to look into something I didn't understand how people were thinking of like the flat earth. So I went to researching and man, I just, I can't do it no more. The more and this is, it, it's not about the topic itself, but what really got me was the chorus of that. It was almost like the no justice, no peace chant, and so I noticed that across where I go, it was the same echoing. So, and it wasn't, nobody was saying, no, see, look here, this is a rectangle. So there was no actual explanation. It was just anytime it was brought up, people were talked down, and what was being said was repetitive. And I kind of sat there and I go, wait a minute. my body, my choice, my body, my choice, burn this building down because we want our way. And then you got the no justice, no peace, and you burn this down and beat these people up because you want. And so then I got to realizing, well, wait, this is the same mentality per se. It's just called, I really don't have a fact so that I can come going, no, see, watch this shit. 2 + 2 = 4. I'll prove it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I add these two to these two, it's 4. See, I can show a visual fact, but none of that shit's factual. But it's a lot of screaming, a lot of ugly, man. One dude I watched go off on this chick because she countered his little degree shit in this chat. And dude, that dude just, and I thought, man, you sound just like an Antifa guy. You sound just like one of them people that's like, oh, don't film this because we don't want you to show people how bad we're acting. We're going to tell them how good we really are and how bad those people are. So don't show the truth. Let us tell our story. And it's almost like that's what this dude did to this chick. She kept trying to bring actual, here's some, factual stuff about, man, he would just dog the shit out of her. And then he ended up kicking her out of his little thing and then blocked her. And then they all talked about it, and they're all laughing about that in that group. And I was just kind of thinking, well, this is the same shit that happens right there that everybody says is so bad, but it's the same behavior. So I don't know. I went off on a little tangent. I didn't even see chat. Sorry. Let me go catch up. I think I could handle something like that. I mean. No question now. Who are the worst? What's up, Constitutional Carpenter? Hey, kiss off. How are you, ma'am? Miss Pamela? Benjamin? And I'm sorry, anybody else I missed? I kind of went on a little tangent there because I was going to go try to understand the point of view from there. But then, man, as I was listening, just sure was a lot of hateful rhetoric. And then because I looked into where it kind of come from, this eccentric guy that kind of came up with it. And then it kind of died off. And then I kind of was reading the genealogy, I guess you could say, almost of it. And I don't know. But it was funny because they even referenced how, it really had died off to just small little things that didn't pick up again a lot until I think it said 2016. And then I thought, well, see, there's where the media really did this big push and all this screaming and hollering and started taking place, and the truth just took a back seat. Pamela, hey, kiss off rescue. I have just been staying off of drama, etc., staying away. I don't blame you. That's it, Pamela. No, I didn't want to participate in that. I didn't participate. I had been on a stream with somebody and we had been talking about that concept and I didn't understand it. But then, he asked me if I would go and look into it. And so I started trying to go look into it and I tried to, I tried to understand. But then as I was kind of trying to listen to some people, I come across people that, man, they would just go off on these people that said anything. And then I was just like, wow. So I don't know, I will say at the end of the day, I can't technically, scientifically, factually explain, the whole rotation, the gravitational force, magnitude, magna down in the core. There's basic understandings I picked up when I was young. It's worked for me up until now. I've had no reason to question that part of stuff. I have fallen. I do believe in gravity, but to waste time to even try to justify it or to disprove it, I don't find a need right now. My day-to-day life calls for more attention. My personal home and my personal care calls for more attention. I guess if I was like Elon Musk and I had no concern or care whatsoever in the world, then I could go, hey, you know what? I got this hobby. I want to check into this. And then I would probably devote a lot of time into that. But man, that's so off the norm and so off, and it counters so many levels of physics and trigonometry and geometry and all the other damn shit. And then I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to tend to day-to-day personal life right here and work on a relationship with my creator, my father. And hey, man, at the end of the day, whatever happens just happens. Yeah, Pamela, that's why I said, you just go. If I was really overly concerned that, oh my God, I've been lied to my whole life about science, and that up is not up and down's not down, and there is no gravity, and there's no atmosphere, and there is no space, and then I don't know. I guess, and I guess I don't understand how people get to that point. When does that really matter? I mean, are you a scientist? Are you trying to like provide a living, and so you have to prove this in order to secure? It's like, why does it even matter? There's so much going on. You know, well, does it matter if the earth is spinning or not, if the grocery store is open or has stock? There's, it's like, well, I don't know. I can pay my electric bill because I can prove that the earth is not doing this, or I can prove the earth does do this. Now I can pay the electric bill. I mean, it's just like, where does that tie into just real life? And I don't know. But then I kind of sat there, and some of those people, there was some dude called Flatzoid or some shit like that. And dude, that dude is just, that was straight up. This guy kept telling him, going, well, okay, well, here's where I'm coming up with the perspective. Then he did this little, it was the algorithm shit, the little formula. And he kept asking him to show him the one that shows that that's not right. And he just kept going, well, no, you're saying it never could do nothing. And I thought, see, now how much time did y'all waste in your life just to create this one little video, much less probably the thousands of hours into everything else, but just the time invested in that. I don't know. Could you have maybe attended a school board meeting? Could you have maybe gone down and checked into your county laws? Or, I don't know, you could have volunteered to feed some people maybe that are hungry around your area. I mean, there's just so much to do. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I missed chat again, damn it. Hey, Miss Cindy. And I see somebody said TT1 or something. Hey, what's up, TT1? Right. See, I would have been totally okay with it if you can kind of watch a debate, because while I don't understand all these facts, but at least, I mean, I understand the basics behind these. I don't know them, but then you never hear anybody with legitimate counter. Matter of fact, there was a dude. Oh, yeah, I come across this one dude. It was kind of funny because he kind of got called out and then he's apparently disappeared. After I tried to look more for him, apparently, no, he's disappeared now. He doesn't, because he did this big claim about the flat thing, and he did this little, damn, what was that? Like a camera. He shot a camera from 3 miles away through a hole in a board that was placed, and a guy on the other end in the 3 miles held up a flashlight. And so he was saying, see, if there was no curvature in the earth, then, we can see that light at 3 miles because it'll still be at this height. Well, he's sitting there and he had somebody, filming him. So he's recording this shit, and it must have been a live stream because people captured it. But he's looking at the video footage of that camera lens as it's shooting through. And then he's like, oh, that's interesting, because the flashlight was in the view and it wasn't supposed to be. And it was like, and then so, and I just thought, see, it's little things like that. It's just like the other side telling you how, November was legit. You know, it's how you went to sleep a few years ago, and then all of a sudden the numbers were totally shifted, and you were told, just don't bother to look. I mean, don't you? To me, I saw a similarity in that. It's like, wait a minute, this is what we've been hearing. We saw something. Can't say specifically this, and this, but we know shit happened. But every time you open your mouth, all you do is get screamed at and silenced. Okay, well, wait a minute. If I go over into this group and I say, well, no, there's the sun right there and it's up there, and here before long it's going to continue to set down there because there's a rotation and I can actually show you the shadow. And dude, you get silenced, you get dogpiled, and it's almost like you said something about the big E word. Isn't the behavior so similar? I don't know. It was just crazy. Hey, Canadian. The Cajun Canadian. And I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't see chat very well in the damn glare. And so if I've missed anything, I sure do apologize. Let me move my. Would you believe me if I told you I had a shit bucket right here is what was blocking the sun right now so I could see? True enough. It's actually just a gray bucket, but it's the bucket that I'll use whenever I clean their coop. So I thought I'd grab it and I use it to block the sun that's stationary. It just keeps getting in the way. Somehow I keep moving and it's following me, I guess. I don't know. Oh man, there's a dude, TT1. I gotta say that this one dude cracks me up. Kind of just going through the stuff that they say, and he's like, you know how the rest of the world operates. I've been in the middle of Lake Michigan, unable to see either Wisconsin or Michigan shores until I climbed 60 foot up the mast of the horizon curves away, and I've seen it from jets over the ocean too. That's what I mean, Carl. I don't know. And I started to feel a need, like, well, really, but I got to say, man, I never came across something that really drove me. Matter of fact, I came across more people that apparently disprove that, and it was actually taking a little effort to go and find. Matter of fact, you could tell there was little niche things tucked away here, and nothing was professional, and people, there were so many flaws. I mean, I don't know. I tried though. I did try, and I'm not, hey man, it's like everything else. It's teach their own, I guess. It's sad that if you are so stressed out that that is a major concern, then I feel for the fact that there's probably so much more in life that you're missing out on. But if we just be good to others by being nice and not hurting another by lies, hate, and egos, life would be a better, beautiful life. Oh yeah, people could just be truthful. Well, you just gave me an eerie thought, Pamela. How do the young ones coexist with the older ones that are career, let's say 46 years old? Oh, let's see. What did Miss Pamela say? The younger people that are brainwashed are working for the government facilities. I know, right, Pamela? There we go. See, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of like the Antifa people scream about fascism, but that's exactly what they are. But then again, you take the Democrat Party per se, and they come up with these little bills and all the shit, and they always name it the complete opposite of what it's going to do. Have you noticed that? That's ironic. It's like the American Rescue Plan, but nobody got rescued. Nobody, only companies, corporations got rescued. There was no America Rescue Plan. You look at the statement, make America great again, and they totally hate that phrase now. It's like, well, how could you? That'd be like saying because you got mad at your wife, you now don't want to make your house any better. It's like, nah, just let it all fall down. I mean, it's just like, what kind of weird shit? And I will say there was a kind of an ironic one because there was a dude that was trying to explain the gravity with the flat Earth concept, and I thought, are you kidding me? But then I looked, and oh no, that's apparently part of in this belief too, is that the Earth is flat and it's moving against the top, so up, sideways. I don't know which way we're flying, but we're apparently moving at like, was it 9 miles or some shit like that. But we're traveling it, so that's why if I drop this, it goes down. It's because everything's going up. But of course, nothing forces those tree limbs down. Like right now, I don't know if you see the tree limb, but nothing forces those limbs down. But somehow, if I drop this glass out of my hand, it goes down. It's some weird shit. But and a bird jumps off a limb, and yet it flies. It doesn't fall. Oh yeah, live chat. There you go, TT1. Thank you. Live chat, everybody. Go to the top. If it says all messages or all chat, you're good. If it says top chat or top messages, change that to all. Everyone was taught the Earth curves every now and then. Well, and it's like the whole refractions and ham radio signals, and that stuff is atmospheric bounces and shit, and when we film stuff, we have refraction because it's coming off of, I don't know. You got constellations and stellations that move. You got them I don't know. Anyway, I just thought it was, I, I was asked if I was really going to look into it, if I would, seriously with them, and I did. I sat down and said, okay, let me see if I can understand where this is, the basics here, and just there never was really anything. It was just a lot of that's not true, but nothing to show me then the truth. It's kind of like what we wanted in November when they said, nah, you guys just missed it. But really, 81 million people voted, and we were like, well, can we see it? And they're like, just did happen. Trust us. It's like, well, we just want to see. Shut up. And then we just kind of said, we want to see one too many times. And all of a sudden, it's like, see, y'all are bad people. And it was like, wait a minute, what? And see what I'm saying? Just, I wish people could recognize how crazy that went and then realize that maybe some of this other radical shit that they've heard might fit along those same lines. I don't know. Gravity is a tough kind. Wasn't tough for me, TT1. That was a pretty thud stop that I came to. I totally had a full grasp of how it was working. The sensations through my nerve endings were reminding me that gravity was real and that I just came to an abrupt stop. There was a light, floaty sensation, and then there was a painful sudden stop. Because, see, falling doesn't get you. Falling doesn't hurt a bit. It's the sudden stop at the end. That's the part that gets you. Right, TT1? Oh, man. I was listening to I think it was the financial committee, and damn, Maxine Waters is on that committee. And dude, that chick is batshit crazy, man. I don't understand how she's some representative for a district. But then again, I think she's out of the Harris County district, probably down around Houston. So then there's that place is a cesspool of shit. Today is 1 year since Black Summer came out. I have no idea. I don't watch TV. I started to watch that new Jurassic Park, and to be honest, dude, I kind of just because I haven't been watching that shit for so long, it just didn't really have an interest. I just went back to watching my rifleman. Have gun will travel, rifleman, gun smoke, uh, wanted dead or alive, and then here lately they added a new one, the Rawhide, the Clint Eastwood little Western series. I wish they would add that wagon train to the Pluto TV. Well, and I will say though, Miss Ellen, because with the Bible, the one thing that got me, and that's I even read it the other night when I was in that discussion, is because right there in Genesis, God even talks about He created the moon and the sun, and that He wanted one to go down during the day and one to be up, and one to go down at night, and the other one to come up. So then that meant that there was this, what's the proper word, cyclic, uh, a cycle basically that was designed. And then again, I just started adding some of the other stuff. Just isn't it kind of strange that the Earth? But see, then again, I guess if you want to disprove that, then you start whittling it the way of the things that kind of anchor that, because it's like things that I believe in the science that we have just found and over a couple of thousand years, that like the tilt of the Earth, you know, the the pull from the moon on the tides, so the play and everything. So, and then I've also flown, you know, large chunks, not all the way around the world, good portions, and so I really, I guess, and I don't mean this to sound bad to anybody. So anybody listens to this later too, this isn't like some kind of personal thing. I just, in all honesty, when it comes to something like that, because I'm not a science guy and I don't know, I'm not a mathematician, so I can't just sit and go off of this hardcore. A lot of that is in a belief that at least the basic, things were true back then. You know, hopefully the Rockefellers haven't been around since, 800, AD, because then that would really suck. But because so some stuff has been just established. I mean, they just, it's like I forgot the name, Greek dude's name that figured out the rotation. And actually, they say he got pretty close and even determining the circumference of the Earth, because he just stuck a stick in the ground and then he measured the shadow. And by that calculations, then he started formulating this plan. And see, when you look at basic things like that, and I think, okay, well, my creator's a pretty awesome God. He designed everything and he gave us care over everything that was created, all the living things here. So it, because you can, if I have a good faith relationship with my creator. So I feel like if something was that off, I would have been nudged or hinted all along. I mean, I've been dead twice and he's made sure I was still here. So I think that if I was really headed down some path where I was totally, I would have had a hint. I've never had an inclination. I have an inclination that we have people in powerful positions now that lie and that they shuffle money for their own greedy need and shit. But that's why I trust my mother, and my mother was part of the space program, and I believe her. So, and I just think that I would have had some kind of hairs on the back of my neck or some kind of hint, and I've never in my whole life, until all of a sudden just now is when I find out that, wow, there's actually a large population of people that think that we're just, because I remember that. It's kind of funny. I was talking to a friend last night. My granddaughter was over, and I was talking to a friend on the phone. And I said, yeah, I said, wasn't it when we were kids that we'd heard stories about how way back before Christopher Columbus, how people used to think you'd just fall off the world if you kept sailing? So That's why discovery was real limited until finally it was just like, I'm going balls to the wall, man. I'm going for it. And all of a sudden, all this other land was connected because it was like, no, you can get over there. And it's like, wait, what? It's kind of like, it's like all the racist shit here in this country, but it's like history stopped at 1776. And it's like, well, did you know that 100 years before that, Spain actually owned this place and actually was doing slavery in and out? I mean, there's just so much. And you just realize that, wow, so much has been slowly dwindled off. And I just think that, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, we really know how, when, and where our true energy we can comprehend and we only use 10% of our brain. Well, actually, I don't even think we use that anymore. Hell, that was when I was growing up. We only use 10% of our brain by the actions of a lot of people right now. I guess some are down to about 4%. Must be running on low battery. But and I guess I just at some point I reach a point in life, then you look in the Bible and I don't see any, Old Testament stuff where Abraham, Moses, none of them went around telling people to question that. It was just their faith in God is what they talked to people about. They didn't tell them that, oh, you're really paying too much shillings for that, that over there. No, they didn't. The message from God was to just follow God's laws, and believe. And then Jesus comes and says, okay, y'all are so crazy. Here, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to give you a way to correct this. I'm going to take all your burdens. I'm taking all your sins. And so then we're now here. And so, I don't know. I just think I just try to focus on following God's laws, doing the right thing, being productive in my life, which if I follow God's laws, I would be being productive. And I guess in all honesty, I mean, hell, it doesn't really make a shit if I died tomorrow. If I'm right with God, then I'd be going, it's better for me anyway. So, I mean, the death part doesn't, I get mad at over the lying, the corruption. But then again, you start reading about Sodom and Gomorrah and shit and Babylon, and then you kind of look around our country and it's like, wow, we got damn transgender strip dances taking place in a fast food place or out in the middle of a park. And I don't know, man, how bad was Sodom and Gomorrah? Or have we just dumbed down that story to where we don't think it was as bad as it was? I don't know. You just look around, man, people killing each other, talking shit, disrespect. You look at all the adultery, all the sexuality content. I don't know. Call me silly. It be what it be. Uh-oh. Phone call. What's up, Hawkeye? Hey, Nikki, Shane, anybody I missed? Moonlight. Sorry, chat is in a glare, so I barely can see it. No, I'm not gonna get sitting still. I'll get stuck. Damn it. Oh, hey, cool. There's Mayhem. He says I'm out of the hospital on my way home. Cool. I was wondering how that was gonna work, Mayhem. So did they have another driver come up and get your truck? And is he taking you, or is another driver running you back down to the house, or did your wife have to come up and get you? Or did they rent you a car and tell you to drive yourself? Made me some deviled eggs the other day. Ooh wee, there you go, Hawkeye. I think I had put the link if anybody wanted to come up, but I don't know. I can't pin it. Oh, okay. The wife came up and let you. There, I think is the link. Oh, Eric, he was in the hospital because he broke his wrist. You got to go see his little video. Homeboy didn't like that straight wrist, so he went with the S curve. I just don't think he really liked the way that they installed that S curve. So now he went and got him some steel. I think he's trying to slowly become Wolverine, and he's just starting with his wrist and his hands first. So he's going for titanium. Hey, is this the real Mayhem, or did they switch him out in the hospital bed? Is this a Terminator Mayhem? Ooh, yeah, y'all definitely have to go check his video to look at that. I will say though, Mayhem, it was funny when you gave your little warning about this could be graphic, and then I saw it, and I'm like, oh, that ain't nothing, dude. What do you see? One of them pictures where the whole damn bone has been broke off and sticking out like a sword, and there's all kinds of nice little white fat tissues, and then people go, ugh, and it's like, oh yeah. Yeah, he did a little video. He slipped, he fell, and then he has this S curve, and so they put a plate and some pins and shit. And apparently, from what he said, his wife just came and picked him up today. So now he's on his homebound. What'd you say, Mayhem, from Denton? Basically, the DFW area. I can totally relate, sir. I didn't break my wrist, but I've made that bust and fall coming off of poles and shit. That's what got me this last few years back. It started the main ball rolling. Right on, I'll be no cyborg. I got a titanium plate in my neck, though. I mean, I just know I don't want no artificial nerves and sensors. And, I don't mind a screw or plate just to keep parts together, but wait a minute, Eric, you said, damn it, can't find either of my damn dustpans. Don't you have like a piece of paper or a magazine around? Or cardboard box or something? I mean, all you need is something flat. The word dustpan's highly overrated. Matter of fact, you know what? There you go. Dustpans? That's just corporate brainwashing, thinking that you have to have a specific handled, curved, type hand style to pick up the dirt off your floor. Ah, the brainwashing began back with the damn dustpans. Man, never saw that coming. They slid that one right on in. No, I heard a dink. Looks like mayhem trying to come up. It's all white. Can I add him? Say that again. There he is. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
Can you hear me?
Gonna go over that. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep. Gotta get my shit right here in the right angle so it'll block the sun.
Yeah.
Let me put you full screen. You can show everybody your bedroom. Come on. I know I selected it. Come on. Oh shit. Okay, I don't know what's wrong. I think I just exited it. Okay, no, there it is. There he is.
It might be the signal. I'm in the back.
Got his Bobo.
I'm in the back. We're on the back roads.
I think it might be mine.
Say hi, missus.
I think it might be.
Say hi.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Mayhem?
Yeah, she's got to deal with my crap.
She just needs to she'll just give you some extra medicine and that'll shut you up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yep.
Keep in mind, you now have a known weak spot. So if you go to mouthing off too much to her, she'll slap you in that wrist and get your attention.
Yeah. She won't let me milk it though. Like she's like you gotta do everything on your own. Gotta get stronger.
No, you don't need to.
That's what she said.
Oh, suck it up, Buttercup.
Right. Yeah, suck it up.
Okay,
you know?
let me see if I'm gonna break this down then. So on your resume, let me see if I'm gonna break this down to understand this right. So on your resume, you're gonna start off that you're a badass American vet that went to war, but now you're more softened up because a poor little old truck job broke a wrist, and so now you're tapped out. Is this what I'm really hearing?
Yes, that's it, exactly.
Gee, I don't know. Send me off to another country, throw some lead at me, blow some shit up all around me. I'm cool. Oh, I slipped and hurt my wrist, mommy. Wait a minute, what? What happened?
Well, no, I actually handled it pretty good. You saw the picture. I took that picture. Yeah. I was able to get back up, walked into my truck, called 911. I said, yeah, I broke my wrist. And they're like, oh, where are you at? I was like, at the TA in Denton. And they're like, are you feeling anything else? I was like, yeah, I'm getting dizzy because of the shock. Oh, well, don't pass out on us. Stay on the line. Okay, I'll stay on the line. How are you doing? She was more freaked out than I was. And then the fire department showed up. They're like, what's going on? I said, I broke my wrist. He looked at it and goes, yeah, you did. You want some pain meds? I was like, no, get me to the hospital, man. So, yeah.
Hey, were you in the fuel island or were you in the parking spot?
No, I was in a parking spot. I was scheduled to drop off that trailer that I had and switch out with another driver, and I was going back to the landing gear, put it down, and they had a bunch of potholes in the parking lot. Slipped into the pothole and put my hand out to brace myself, and boop, broke it. Broke the wrist.
Boy. Hmm.
Not that she's aware of. I don't think I cried. I was joking with the doctors. The doctors were like, "Yeah, I like you. You're cool."
It's like, well, you know, after you kind of see some shit isn't as shocking anymore.
Right. No. Like my dad always says, you gotta be tough if you're gonna be dumb.
You gotta be able to handle it.
Yeah. So yeah, and I got into the hospital about noon, and then it was about like 6 o'clock that they took me back for surgery, and then I was out by 7 or 7:30. They put a plate in, 8 pins, and kept me two nights. Well, you know, Thursday night and Friday night, and then released me. What time did they release me? Around 10 today.
Hey, well, if you don't mind, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you don't answer, then I'll just kind of grin and nod, and we'll act like I never even asked it. But did they bring up the poke at all while you were there? Like if you went and checked in or went to surgery or anything, did they ever ask you if you had it and did you want it?
No, they didn't. They didn't bring it up at all.
Okay.
No, they didn't even test me to see if I had the coof. So
okay.
I guess they weren't worried about it.
Well, that's good. That because you were here in Texas, so you're only about 4.5 hours north. So that way I can kind of go off of where you're in Texas, because that's one thing that's kept me always leery, man. I got to get more comfortable with the medical field, and then maybe I can get my spine shit done. But
right, yeah, I was up in Denton area.
Yeah, and that's the equivalent of Dallas Fort Worth. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean it was pretty good. I mean, my nurses and doctors, they were really cool. I didn't like the nighttime nurses. I hated them. They came around when I didn't want them, and they were never around when I needed them.
Sounds like a lot of other things.
Yeah. What did I sit last night for like 2 hours in pain?
I don't know how long you were asleep last. I was asleep last night. The night before that, you waited an hour for payment.
Yeah. Yeah, I waited like an hour after I called them. I was like, "Hey, I need my pain meds." I waited like an hour. I'm sitting there in pain. I'm like, I guess they ain't coming.
I've heard that they were slowing some of that medication down, the pain meds, that they were just basically doing like a Tylenol 4 damn near.
Well,
did you get morphine?
Yeah, they had me approved for morphine and hydrocodone.
Did they have you on the drip?
That was my payment. No, it wasn't the drip. I just had to call them whenever I needed it. And if my pain level was more than 7, they gave me morphine. If it was lower than 7, they gave me the hydrocodone.
Last time I was there, I was on the dripper. Matter of fact, I even called him out because I was hitting that button and I was still hurting so bad. And she come in and she goes, well, and she goes, okay, I'll increase it, a little bit. Well, I could tell she didn't do a damn thing. And I called her ass right back in there going, you didn't do nothing. She goes, yeah, I did. I said, don't even lie because I can feel it, man. And then she goes, well, okay. And then she did. Well, then all of a sudden it's like, okay, thank you. That shit hurt, dude. You just because and it's funny too, because dude, you just wake up and you know how that goes. You just wake up. It's like people have make comments like, man, I feel like I was worked over. And it's like, well, okay, take that feeling and at the outside and now add it to the inside too, because people get in there jacking with all your innards and shit and moving it out of place so they can get to here. And they think they put it all back where it went, but that ain't always the truth. Oh, that evil shitter net got him. All righty, Miss Ellen, you have a good day. Everybody make it a good day. I don't have too much longer on that phone call. I got about 30 more minutes. And then I'll have to go. I'm not going to get to work on my little hitch thing right now like I was hoping, but mm-mm. That's okay. Darn spell check. Hey, Firefly. Whichever body in chat, I appreciate you coming. You know how that goes. Good morning, good day, good evening, wherever it's working for you. Hey, Buffer. Here, I guess, well, I'm not talking to Mayhem. Hell, I can put y'all back on the chickens for a few. Boy, old BB's looking good, ain't he? That's him. He's eating now. Oh, man. Well, reminiscing, I have seen no less than 8 ribs broken, half of them compound breaks with bones sticking out. They can be loud too. Oh, yeah. That's it, Buffering. He's a mess too. He gets to stirring up shit. I don't know why he's sending some message, I'm sure, but yeah, he gets all. Well, I don't know. It's all anal sometimes to him. He'll run over at him, talking some shit. Oh, hey, he had some deer come through the yard. Matter of fact, right here by the chicken coop, had 3 does and a buck come right through here. I started to get the footage off the security cameras, and I might put it up. He's a big old. He was a pretty buck. wasn't real thick. Nice little rack, but then I'm not a trophy hunter. So hell, the rack could be real nice, but I just didn't see a good chunk of meat there yet. You need to fatten up some. And that's pretty cool too, because they come right by the chicken coop, right from the backside, where you see it, and come across to the left. Came down that way, and I was worried that might keep them from really wanting to walk through because they wouldn't know what it was, but I guess their senses, they could pick up the animal smell from it, so they weren't worried. Good eating deer, yep. Well, that's dinner on the hoof. Boy, it's a pretty day out here. I wish I hadn't gotten that phone call. Then I wouldn't have been pulled away. But I might go live in the morning and kind of work all day, and just whoever wanted to come and y'all can chat, and I'll chat off and on. But I want to try to redo finishing touches and stuff and that on that coop. Happiness is a large gut pile. Well, I don't know though, Carl. Might be the start of happiness, but happiness is backstrap in the frying pan. That's definitely a true happy moment. Okay, let's see. Need to try something. Hoorah. That's it, some backstrap. Let's see, got those. Yeah, to scavenge me. Actually, it was pretty cool because the two little bolts actually that I found that I'm going to use, these little bolts that I found with the nuts actually came off of my old foot pegs. I went out there and was looking for bolts, and I was like, man, I don't really have anything that's going to work on that. And then I looked up on the shelf and I had an old set of foot pegs. And I looked and I was like, wait a minute, the bolts that are in those might work. So, yep, I think they will. So that's what I'm going to try to use anyway. Hey, Magic. Oh, there's Hawkeye. Okay, I thought I hit add stream. I'm afraid to hit anything else. Let me try it again. There we go. What's up, Hawkeye? I wonder if it is the internet for me, because yours is breaking up just a little bit now.
It is freak
Figures. Yeah. And what's sad is it's not even really the internet, it's the damn tablet. And what really pisses me off most of all is it's apparently going to be a software on that thing, because I have a Verizon Samsung Galaxy phone and I have a Verizon Samsung Galaxy tablet. The tablet is what's giving me the issues. I can do this on my phone and it's going to be flawless. It's just that it's so small I can't see shit. But watch, I sit here and I can do it while I'm talking with you. I just have to mute that. Yeah, just that quick. Phone works just fine.
Can you hear me?
It broke up, Hawkeye. Hold on a sec. I'm going to try to, let me mute this. Now let me turn that down. All right. Damn. See the sex. Uh-oh. Now I lost Hawkeye. Yeah, I wonder if I can hear a little bit of echo. Can't quite get that turned all the way down. All right, there's Hawkeye again. Okay, there. Maybe it'll be better if I'm just on my phone, since the signal's way better. Okay, but I guess it helps if I turn it up. There we go. Now, can you hear me? No. I can't hear you. Hey, Denise. Nice and sunny. Okay, thanks, Magic. Yeah, I don't know then. I don't know if it's StreamYard then that's hosting it, or if it's that damn balloon. Damn balloon. It's an internet jammer. That's what they're doing. All righty, I'm sorry, Hawkeye. That's why I switched to the phone. I thought that might help. Because I did notice that the tablet, when I first went to start, I wasn't sure if it was going to. Because it kept cutting. It just drops it, and it's like, oh, you lost internet. Check that. And I'm like, I didn't really drop anything. And then after a little bit, usually this only happens early in the mornings. Matter of fact, that's why I wouldn't really go live too early. Because if I did it too early, then I'd get this mess. I guess let me, if I pull you up that close, I can see the chat a little bit better. I heard they shot it down. Not sure if that's real PR. Yeah, I know that's. I will say this: I listened to the governor of that state get asked about that, what looked like a shot up to it, and he said, I don't know anything about that. I have not been briefed on that yet. So, and then that was the last I heard. It should have never made it that far, though. I mean, in all honesty, it should have never made it over Alaska. Matter of fact, if it had been just a drift, it's amazing how it safely knew to drift away from that hostile Russia-Ukraine area, right? But it never should have just. But then again, we should have never had the Penn Biden Center. And then again, Schumer's wife shouldn't be such a bigwig with Chinese shipping, and being government. And then again, Swalwell shouldn't have been on the Intel committee while he's banging a Chinese spy. Yeah, just all this kind of crazy shit. So it's like, really, I mean, yeah, they probably picked up some shit that we didn't know about, but my God, dude, look at all the ties. What do you think they knew? Dude, they had the dude on the Intel committee. Homeboy set up a whole think tank center for him to sit and mull over documents for years. Some of them documents go back to when he was a senator. So, I mean, look at all the ties with the little gray-headed gnome to over there, So, I don't know. If they shot it down, that's cool. We definitely, there's that. Yeah, I guess you could say a few. You could just follow that up, buffering with maybe few thousand of those. Because you got to remember, there's what? Damn, I forgot how many 100,000 of federal employees it is. Yeah, all I can say is if DB Cooper jumps out of that plane, I'm not catching him. That's all I can say. Yeah, I wonder if that's my son's friend. He got his pilot's license. He's been flying little Cessnas and shit around here. Oh, but buffering, see the real Obama? I mean, didn't people any pick up on the lie whenever he was talking about the sanctity of marriage, man, woman, and shit, and then even if you don't pay attention to Michael, but if you go on and just look at everything that they've backed and been behind, it's the whole counter, you know. Ooh, triples. Hey, Phil. Oh, well, thank you, Miss Karen. It just grows. I kind of treat it like the chickens. I feed them and house them, and this I just wash it, clean it, and then it does what it does. I guess one day I probably ought to do some kind of trimming or something, or try to But I just, no, I guess I shouldn't say that because I really got no desire to do that. So I don't know that I'd do it. I'd just be talking a line of shit. I've never been a one of those type of people, man. I don't know. Nothing about that. It's like jewelry. I've never really been a jewelry person. You don't really want to wear them in refinery stuff or oil field stuff. You don't really need to be wearing no jewelry while you're doing any kind of first responder shit, forest fire stuff or anything. So I just that, and I got so much chemicals in me now, buddy. I can eat the shit out of some gold. Matter of fact, wedding rings used to have a gold one, and I started pitting in the inside of it. So she went and had it swapped out for a titanium, but I never wore it. So I just told her, I said, hell, you can just do whatever you want with it, or go sell it and get the money, buy you some shit. So I think that's what she did. I don't care. It's just a ring. It's like a piece of paper. You either mean it in your heart and you're gonna stand behind what you said, or you're not. And it's no document, no piece of jewelry is gonna make that happen. I trimmed mine, felt good. First time in almost 10 years. Oh, there you go, Billy. Yeah, see, but I don't even really know what to really trim. You know, I mean, I guess if I started on some, then you end up, it's like, I don't know, do I want some sculpted kind of thing, or hell, I don't do nothing but talk to my dog and my chickens anyway, and y'all. Had me one of them filters where I could just be like a little cartoon tube talking. Excuse me. Rudy dog. What's up, man? You got the shits? I seen you. Dropping the bomb out there, laying minefields, weren't you? Oh, what's my time check? 3:24. Got a couple minutes. So what's that? Right? Everybody got anything planned today? How's the weather for everybody? As you can see, the weather right here is really nice. Damn, Rudy, your shit stinks. I smell it all the way over here, dog. You're rough. Oh, let's see. Let's see what the temperature is. Nice to eat without. It's nice to eat without food all over my face when done. Well, don't blame that on the beard, Bill. Okay, that's the aiming. You know, the beard was just sitting there. If you couldn't hit the mouth, then just because the beard caught it, it don't make it to blame. Oh, cool, Denise. Oh, there you go. 52 in your part. Oh, damn, Billy. My plans are eating so much homemade chicken noodles I can't move, then lay on the couch. There you go, man. And the man said wind chill about 45. OMG. Yeah, I don't need none of all that. Yeah, and by the way, while I'm doing this, it's towards the end of it, but if Miss Angela happens to watch this or hear this, be sure and check your emails, ma'am. I've been a little concerned. Around 45 here in southern Indiana. 30 degrees, and where Phil's at, -10 yesterday. Minnesota. Don't you know? Don't you know? Matt says 45 in southern Indiana. Well, I was going to see, I don't know, Backwoods didn't come in. I was going to ask him. I've been getting these little shorts from him, but like when after I like it and if I go to leave a comment, man, it looks like it says the dates on everybody else's comments. Sometimes it's like 4 days ago, 6 days ago, and it's like, well, I just got a notice on it. I just saw it. And it's like, it's so weird. I didn't know if he knew that. Well, probably tomorrow I'll end up needing, then I'll do my little hitch. Probably won't do it today. YouTube has been screwy that way too. Oh, okay. I used to live in the Quad Cities, lived in Davenport, Iowa, before moving to Eastern Tennessee. Quad City? What is a Quad City? Is that like when there's four, basically like four towns together and they just make that into, it's usually like a metropolitan? Yeah, I can't believe I'm gonna sit right there and get stuck in one damn spot. There. 4 towns, okay. Well, that's kind of like, that's what happens up there. Matter of fact, where Mayhem up in Denton, you have basically Dallas and Fort Worth. And there's so many other little towns like that, Denton and stuff all around there, but it's all pretty much considered DFW. And there's actually 2 contrasting towns in a way. Fort Worth is the old stockyards. You can actually go in there and still, I haven't been there actually a few years, but I would assume you could still go see the stockyards. You used to. And then Houston, see, Houston's like that, but Houston's that way because what they do is they keep expanding and they eat up those areas. They keep expanding the county for them, the city limits then. And it's like, oh no. Okay, so in a township. Is that what you guys magic call like in the county? Because like down here, it's like, no, I don't live in the city limits. I live out in the county. I guess is that the same reference as a township? And damn dog. Okay, Magic. Eric says, man, I'm going to stand still right now. Don't have anywhere to make anything, let alone start making. You mean you don't have like a place to actually make anything, Eric? Because hell, just film yourself out. Just make a little video when you're out on the porch or something, sanding on shit or carving on stuff. And zoning was much more lax, but neighbors are changing the rules of council. Oh, Rudy, what are you doing? There we go. Yeah, see, down here, you would have, you got the city and then you got city limits. And then out in the county, though, that would have to be a county vote to change something. It's not just a little group like that. Now, I will say that some places have real high zoning stuff, yes. And that's here, there's different. I think it's kind of like if that county is predominantly run by the city, like a Harris County, then they always have real hardcore zoning shit. But like out here where I'm at, I mean, about the only zoning thing I got on me where I'm at is my septic. And that's only if I disturb the first tank, the original tank. Then I have to just submit some plans. And that's only because where this property is and then the way it drains, it goes into the river and the lakes. So then they pay attention to the runoffs and stuff. And part of it's a scam because it's part of the TRA, but they started out with a legitimate reason, but it's just it gets abused like everything else. But that's the only. There you go. I could actually go and dig and install 4 tanks and all new lines, and as long as I don't disturb the original, then that doesn't. I don't have to do shit. I can build whatever shed I want. I can make a 2-story if I want. Don't have that zoning shit. See, and it's like those, you think about that. Well, they started off probably with a good reason, because they think, hey, wow, we've really put a lot in and we have a cool area. We want to try to keep it that way. But then there's that greed and power, and it always rears its ugly head. Well, see, and there's a funny thing because you make that joke, Eric. But see, that's funny too, because in a way, when you think about it, all these things that get passed, I don't know why anybody doesn't get mad how other people aren't held accountable for their actions so much, because at some point you'd think that you realize that the only people that the law really affects are the people that follow the law. There's all kinds of laws of don't do this, that, and the other, but it all just keeps happening. All righty, Moonlight. Make it a great day. Thanks for hanging out. I'm fixing to call it. See, what is it? I'm at 3:35. Yeah, I probably got about 10 minutes, so I need to get this rolled inside. Got a deal coming up. My granddaughter will be coming back, and I don't do this with my granddaughter around. Well, I mean, not just because I know she would want. She's all cool. Hell, she's a camera hog. She's a ham. She was actually talking this morning. She wants to do gymnastics, and I was like, "Shoot, yeah, girl, get moving. Don't sit." cool. Keeping busy helps with the madness. This is the truth. They make something that they're offering sound so appealing, and then whammo, bam, you're getting it up. Or, yep. Well, it's the greed and stuff takes over. You know, it's like, well, oh, well, no, because I got to go here in a minute. Well, yeah, I guess I could leave y'all with that, and then that way the ones that get mad at me just can stay that way for a little while. But it's like taxes. See, taxes, your local taxes are not a bad thing if you really remove the bad experiences and all the negative shit, and you kind of go off of a basic principle of, okay, a community of people, but they want roads, and they want, you know, like street lights here or there. They want power. They want power poles, and they want some ditches, and you know, if trees fall, they'd like somebody to come get that up off the road and the highway, and you know, you'd like all that convenience of that. Well, then you can see the practicality behind it. But the problem is we let it get spun way out into the corrupt nethersphere, and so we just hold it to that standard. And it's like, well, no, it's got a useful purpose. It's kind of like if you had a house, you got your job, you're paying your bills, the pantry there's always food for you there. But then all of a sudden you got 10 friends that say, hey man, we all need a place to stay, and we're going to come stay with you. And so they all show up. Well, now what? Don't you want them to pitch in for more groceries? You know, don't you want them to pitch in for some of the bills? Well, that's kind of what was supposed to happen in the areas. Thank God it still kind of happens where I'm at. You know, hell, my taxes are only a couple $100. But then I don't have high expectations. Just keep the roads leveled down here going through the woods, and keep the ditches dug out if they look like they're flooding. You know, but we just let corruption and greed, evil, just took over. It's embedded in so much shit now. It abuses and takes advantage of so much stuff. You crazy, Eric. Great news. So happy for you, Rescue. She'll love those chickens as you. How great. You got it, Miss Karen. She does. Oh, she loves them out there. I went to put them up last night, and she wanted to feed them, and I said, no, babe, we don't feed them right now. They're going to go to bed. Oh. So then this morning when I came out, we put the pan, and she goes, she's not done it twice now. She'll hold some, and they'll pick it out, but they come and grab it so fast, she'll go, oh. It's so funny. Well, what's up, Billy Pilgrim? Sewers and even shitternet. There you go. See, notice the sky seen weird clouds on my radar when that thing passed through. Then the data abruptly changed. Whether, well, see, that could be. I mean, there's no telling. That's when it comes down to it. I gotta say this: as long as that balloon don't come out here and jack with my chickens or some shiznit, then there we go. Hell, if anything, I'm more worried about them announcements with they going after the eggs and shit in places and trying to now blame eggs for their crappy ass poke. Oh, by the way, did y'all hear about Thailand? Here, before I go, I'll let y'all look that up in case you get interested. But look up Thailand, and dude, they're pissed off, and it sounds like they were gonna nullify the contract with Pfizer. And if that's the case, if they do nullify it, then dude, that's going to be hardcore on them, because then that means basically all them Thailand people and the Thailand government and all that stuff will sue their ass. But see, and here's a funny thing, Eric, because you said since it came from China, it probably purchased Walmart. But see, here's the thing. Although, I guess they always make their shit for themselves better than us. But you got to admit, man, if that thing came from over there, that did pretty good to last this long. It kind of does better than most shit that they sell over here. Hey, Miss Chrissy Cat, good to see you, ma'am. Hadn't seen you in a minute. Hey, what's up, C? Billy says, good people don't want to run government anymore, so we have to be satisfied with what we get. Well, so what they're trying to make it do. That's why I kind of like some of these new little young guns going in there with the Constitution, making them want to do this. Like, no, how about we do our pledge before these meetings and stuff and remind everybody while we're here. I kind of like that thinking. I just hope more people will get behind encouraging them for more of that and encouraging for other people that might want to be in. Because that's what I said back when, like, Madison Cawthorn was trying to get up and be loud. But you figure you got mobs that'll show up beside your house chanting, but you don't have nobody on your side chanting for you. So then those people will end up kind of going, okay, well, I don't know that I'm going to say too much. At some point, if they can ever get some positive reinforcements and support from, the right side, then they won't veer. So they won't cater because they'll have more strength. They're getting bombarded by numbers from the other side and they don't get much support from this side. Yeah, Denise, it's Purina, and it's from what I understand, I think it's called, what is it? Is it a Pride something? Brand that Tractor Supply sells. And there's people, and that's, I've watched people, I've even watched some channels kind of talk a little shitty about the people that are saying anything about it. And all I can say is I don't know. I don't have a lab to test the food. So just because a label says it has that, I don't know that it really is what's in the bag. But if it's as simple of going, okay, if some people say this brand is doing that, and then I can either get this brand, this brand, this brand, this brand, this brand, or do this myself and all that, and you know what? I ain't going to stress over trying to figure out the details. I'll just move on from that brand. That's what I did. I actually had bought a bag and I went down and turned it back in and went over to the other place and got a different brand and brought it in, because I don't, some of the people that have kind of countered going, no, there's really nothing to this. Look, well, all they're really doing is reading the label and it's going to see it's saying that it's got the protein. You just got to remember that chickens don't do it during the winter. And I find that insultive too when some of them people talk to some of them other people that way, because it's like, well, what makes you feel that they ain't had their damn chickens for a few years and that they might know what they're talking about? I mean, so judgmental, so quick. Yeah, there you go, Denise. Something about that listing something. That's why I said, I mean, I guess if you're really into that, then I would just recommend before you listen to anybody, then is to see if you can find anybody that's done some kind of lab testing on that food. Not just off the label, but actually went, okay, well, we tested it and it says this percentage. And yes, we tested it. It has that percentage. It says this. No, it doesn't have, you know what I'm saying? Actual factual proof. Other than that, hell, I just grab another brand. Chrissy Cat Rescue. I heard that rice and beans leftovers is good for those. Yeah. I was going to do the beans, but we forgot and we threw them out before we did it. But they've ate. Well, my granddaughter, she came over, she had some strawberries, and we gave them the leftovers of that. They've had mac and cheese, biscuits, eggs, bacon, sausage. I think there was something else that because I mean, I don't, like me, I still pretty much eat mainly chicken noodle soup. So it is what it is. There ain't much no scrap to me. So then it's kind of whatever she does and if there's any left over. So, but I'm fixing to start doing a mealworm farm, I think. Trying to plan that out to see if it's actually, because it sounds good. But if the outcome while I'm doing this, beetle, egg, larva, mealworm, pulp, beetle cycle, that I can't just kind of keep a good source of mealworms to feed them on a constant basis, well, then it really wouldn't be worth it. But if it's something like us, it's just cycling, then every month, kind of get them a good little pan that where they can get a couple of handfuls a week through the month. Okay, well now that's beneficial to me. But then that's when I do my garden. Some of the stuff I want to plant is pretty much for them. It's like some sunflowers. I think I might try to plant some of those. Those look pretty cool. Hutch's wife had done those big tall ones, and those look pretty cool. And then we talked about doing, because we're going to do some veggies, and then we'll just take all the greens and feed them. I'm trying to kind of slowly adapt to a cycle that is sustainable, because it's easy to think of a quick solution, but is that a lasting solution? Is that a repetitive solution, so that it's a lasting one that can be duplicated? Hey, what's up, Big Chip? I know we raised chickens for over 10 years, kind of zeroed out on eggs and wintertime. Yeah, see, but and I even picked up on that, because I read people said that, and I'm like, yeah, okay, makes sense. But then you got so many people been doing this, and they were like, okay, well, here's what I can say is they all of a sudden end up for a couple of weeks there was no eggs whatsoever, and that's different. And I thought, well, I'm going to change this. They changed that brand, and then they got some eggs, and you just kind of go, well, I don't know the reasoning behind it, but if you were doing this and then that stopped and you changed this and it started again, then sounds like I need to avoid whatever that was, and then I won't have that potential problem. Sunflowers are very easy and successful. Cool. I was kind of hoping, because I got to say, Mrs. Hutch's looked pretty cool, man. I mean, I guess they look like maybe 6 foot, 7 foot tall. I guess I don't know how big them dang things got, but they look like they were pretty tall and nice big. And I thought, well, that'd be pretty cool. And then as all the greens off of them, and then as stuff is coming out, I just feed it to them, let them go to town. Which I gotta say, they ain't lacking. All right, what we got? 349. Yeah, I'm fixing to have to get off. Hey, what's up, Kush? Blessings, brother. Sorry you got here. I'm fixing to be logging out. I got something coming up here momentarily. Make sure I didn't miss nobody else. I'm on my phone right now because it's what's keeping the connection. Apparently my tablet keeps cutting in and out. Hey, Mama Red. There you are. How are you? It's going pretty good, ma'am. Okay, there. Magic says I grew some over 12 foot tall last year. Raccoons still bent them down and ate most of them. What? Damn, boy, 12 foot. That'd be cool. Okay, so I ought to probably. Do they do better in direct sunlight, or do like full on all the time type sunlight? Is that where they do the best? Yeah, some cayenne pepper. That's where I'm gonna get some of them. Well, I might be live, or somebody else I think is supposed to be live tonight. But if not, I might go live tonight if nobody else is. And if nothing else, I'll be live in the morning, because I'll go live tomorrow for sure. Try to work on this chicken coop, and y'all can just watch me screw that all up. Planted rows between my corn. Okay. Chrissy Cat, please remember Brother Richard Andrews and his wife Janice in prayer for healing from cold flu. They have a cough. Also share this with Brother Remote Viewer. Oh, definitely in thoughts and prayers, Kush. Yeah, I'm just now finally getting over that cough stuff. I have a friend that has it. My son just picked it up not long ago. No, Mama Red, nothing up with the chickens. I'm on my phone. Otherwise, let me see how this goes. I don't even know if I can. Okay, nope, that was that. That didn't. Well, here, I can just do it like this. Hey, what's up, BB? Yeah, I can't. I'll do it this way. So that's the kiddos. That's BB, the rooster looking at you. The red that's right next to him, that's Thelma. The one that's up here on that ramp is Louise. And then this little one over here is Nikki that just got up on the ramp. Look, they're a bunch of little camera hogs. So that's them. Hopefully y'all saw that. I couldn't see nothing about the screen. I just pointed it in what I thought was the right direction. So as much sunlight as possible, but not direct. Okay. So then, because that's what I've been trying to kind of, so I can guesstimate. Rescue, I was going to go live later on, brother. It can be a whole different subject too, bro. I'll post it like an hour beforehand. Okay, cool deal, brother. Hell yeah. There you go, D-Dog. Get you a grilled chicken sandwich. Yeah, they're real friendly, Chrissy. They're getting there. I go in there and Louise, she's getting to where she comes on up. And I will say, because somebody told me you can kind of, I think they might be getting a little closer. Because, see, I think come the end of this month or next month is when they ought to be around wherever they start to do a little something, something. So, yeah, I wonder, are chickens kind of like other animals? Like once they start to do the eggs, is that the same as having litters for other animals? So then they kind of get that motherly instinct and become a little cooler? Or do they get bitchy about it? I'm just picking. What do you want, rude dog? Yeah, that's the phone. Bam. Ooh, wait a minute. You be looking rough up there. No, Mama Red, not just yet. Watch out, buddy. Up down. They here by the end of the month, end of February, into March, somewhere in there is I think what we were figuring. Yeah, he's a mess. Oh shit. Okay, so 3:55. Okay, so I gotta go, guys. So Big Chap's gonna be going live later on, and he's gonna put it up about an hour beforehand. So keep an eye out on that. I don't even know who else was gonna go live or if anybody else just, you know, you do the do. Everybody kind of, we'll all be intertwining somehow or another. So I don't know if I can even play my little exit song. I want to so damn bad. I like my little exit song. I'm trying to work on make me a little video where I'm gonna take me some pictures and I want to make a little picture exit video where it kind of goes out with that song. I totally love that song. I listen to that song probably about 5 times in the morning, about 3 times in my headphones, and then once either she's up and gone, then I turn it on my surround and do another 2 or 3 more times because I just love the damn song. But so you guys make it a good day. If your weather isn't like this, then I'm sorry, but you can still make a good day of it. Your good and bad on the day is going to be determined off the perspective and the lenses that you choose to see it through. So pick up the good pair. Cool. And with that, I'm going to turn my camera off. I'll mute this, but we're going to jam to my little exit song because I think I can do this. I'm going to make sure I can, but while I'm talking a line of crap. All righty. There we go. Much love, everybody. Peace out. I'll take care and leave you with my exit song. And I think, as we're trying to say, see you on the flip side.
Thank you, I'm okay, I guess. I just need a little rest. I'll catch up on my sleep tonight. I ain't complaining, that's life. I've got blueberries in the yard. I bought 100 mason jars. I'm gonna pick them when they're ripe. Another season, that's life. Wipe that tear out of your eye. Behind the clouds, the sun still shines. You're in my prayers every night. Enjoy the journey, that's life. There's a touch of fall in the wind. Can't wait till you come back again. You're the brightest star in my sky. Wish you could stay, that's life. I know it's time for you to go. Here's a sandwich for the road. It's always hard to say goodbye. Ain't that the truth? That's life. Wipe that tear out of your eye. Behind the clouds, the sun still shines. You're in my prayers every night. Enjoy the journey, that's life.
Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.